Welcome Capricorns. Welcome to Keykey's Doorway. Let's see what you and your soulmate will be experiencing for November 17th to November 19th, 2018. Goddess, Gaia, ancestors. What will Mr. and Mrs Capricorn soulmate will be taking in action for November 17th to November 19th? What actions will they be taking? Okay. Masculine Capricorns, you and your soulmate have met as past lives, as either the infant, the baby, meaning the way you experience your past life as an infant relates to how you experience your infancy in this life. If you have experienced trauma in this life, it's in regards to your past life. So you and your soulmate may be thinking about, what does it mean to be truly parents, both for a mother and a father? What is their roles? What is even the child's role in that relationship? Because a child also has a relationship with both the mother and the father, and then both collectively. This is what you and your soulmate are in thought of. Female Capricorns, you and your soulmate have met in past lives as the captain or even the crew member. Before a person becomes a captain, they usually become a crew, an apprentice. To really know, what does it mean to be a captain? What does it mean to operate a ship? It's like a business. It's like even a relationship. It's like a marriage, a partnership, even friendship. What are the basic tools that is really needed to have not just a healthy ship or a healthy sail, but what does it mean to actually be that anchor for family? Because ship is all about a family. It's just on boat. It's on water. So masculine, feminine Capricorns, you and your soulmate, including yourself, are understanding or figuring out, what does it mean to be a partnership? What does it mean to be a team? What does it mean to really remind yourself, because you are the mother and the father of the zodiac signs. What does it truly mean to you to be a parent? Even if you're not a parent, what does it really mean to be, if you're not a parent, what a best way to say this is, you know how when you're in school, you always have a front person to take the lead in walking and someone in the back to take the lead in walking, to make sure the line stays solid and not disarray. Because if the children were disarray, then a child could get lost, a child could fall down while going down the stairs, and it does not show basic structure. It's not to say, oh, you can only go downstairs one way or the other. It's to give children an insight on, what does it mean to have a direction and why do you follow it? You can go against the grain and not follow it and see what happens. And that's what always captivated you, even in your past life. Knowing that when we give directions, when we give orders to someone, it's not to dictate to them at times. It can be. But it depends on what space, what energy, where you're really coming from. And that's what really is being set for the masculine and the feminine Capricorns and their soulmate. Masculine, you're seeing how the ego plays a part in the way as human beings we look at parenting, like if I had to bring out an ego in parenting, right, as a past life, and I was the father, I was like, okay, I got to go out there to make money. I want you to stay home, woman, and, take care of the child. Well, sweetheart, I also have a service where I can still provide for the family. I just will do it in a different way. Well, I don't want you to provide for the family. Are you sure? Then when it's time to really, once having a child, now the husband, just like the wife, seeing that both can work, but now it needed to be discussed how both parents can work and still be loving to their child and have that relationship with their child and still have the relationship with each other. One way is if the father wants to be physically going out to make the money, then the woman is at home, but she's finding either she's into cooking, she's into sewing, seamstress, she's into healing people. She might have know how to heal when people get colds or when people get scars or scrapes. She might have natural remedies that people can use. That is a business that can be in the home and that can also generate money, and both the masculine and the feminine would see each other as a team and not two different beings just doing their own thing. Because the ego emerges emotions and generates or gathers open opportunities. Ego is all about using their emotions, going after what opens their soul up. An ego is not thinking about the consequences of not expressing itself. It knows it has to express itself. It knows, because then why be in a body? When you're realizing that your will is always there in the fifth house, your identity is always present, masculine Capricorns. Your self-value, your self-worth is there. Your communication in the house of Gemini is strong. How you cater to yourself is present. Now you're seeing how to use all of that and not separate it. When describing a children's line in school, did I separate? Yes, it sounded like I said one child's in the front, one child's in the back. However, I never said, was it a girl in the front and a boy in the back? I never said it was the boy in the back and the girl in the front. I never told you what gender took what lead. I just let you know it has to be someone in the front, someone in the back, and possibly someone in the middle, which is the child, to remind us how structure is necessary. So a false sense of entrapment, you're starting to see that is irrelevant, because in your past life, even in your present, masculine Cancer, Cancerian. So if you're maybe you're trying to think about how does it mean to cater as an individual? How does it mean to cater even when you're independent? That might seem weird, but it is not. You're realizing that being overly focused on material things, like it was felt earlier, is, yes, it's important to make money, but you're realizing that you have collaborators right next to you. You have a partner next to you. You have yourself to say, how do I want to really set the way I give and take in the world? Because you're going towards the sixth house, which is in Virgo. Virgo is all about how you give to the world and how you give back what you have given. So you're seeing that you have given to the world. Now they want to give back to you. And like a parent, you do accept help. If you don't, then you will exhaust yourself. Like anyone that does something they love, even the things we love can exhaust us if we do not have that balance or that acceptance. So negative or fear-based thoughts are going to, yes, creep up. But now you're seeing how, when you think of negative fear-based thoughts, where does it come from? Does it really connect to who you are? And if it is, seeing how you can use that as a cultivation and not see it as a curse anymore, masculine Capricorns. Or seeing it as a Cancer, because it's not. And I feel you're going to be learning and seeing and feeling that very soon. Female Capricorns, you and your soulmate are becoming a knight. You're becoming the go-getter, and you're using your emotions and going after the things you want. So you're seeing how, yes, being a part of a team, being a part of a crew, does require you to have your own service, your own abilities, your own talent, your own gifts, and seeing how that does, in the larger scheme of things, truly does benefit the team. So when you are stepping into your captainhood, when you are stepping into your kingdom, you see how your intuition has always been right. How your emotions have always led you to take sail on the things that captivate you. Female Capricorns, like your masculine counterpart, because they are addressing the ego. So therefore you can step out as that knight and recognize that your intuitions have always led you to success. Your emotions and your romantic way in how you go about the service you do provide, it brings enthusiastic and contemplative on even how you want to go towards the next phase in your journey. So you're starting to fall in love all over again. Whether that be you're reuniting or connecting or communicating with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, that was mentioned for the masculine energy, and Scorpio. It's interesting because I'm about to do Scorpio next actually. You're starting to see that a wedding proposal is possible. If you're thinking about marriage to your soulmate, if you're thinking about marriage in general, this would explain why you had your masculine counterpart, your masculine side of yourself even, had the past life as the infant and even as a parent. You want to understand and recognize and captivate, cultivate, cure, even correct if need be, how your service, how your self-expression, how who you are as your service will be everything and more for a man, a woman to want to marry. You are the whole package. You're recognizing that, and you're becoming that knight of your emotions and your intuition. Female Capricorns. So an invitation to a social event, again, for both masculine and feminine. You're going to be having a social event where it requires you to bring out who you are emotionally and how you are that go-getter and how you're open to opportunities. And once you're open to opportunities, like a knight is all about showing their loyalty, dedication, and honor. That's what you and your soulmates are doing. Till we meet again, I always leave a description or a paragraph in the description box below, and as a inner thought or something to contemplate on. I'll also leave information if you're interested in getting a personal reading or one question reading from me during the doorway. I love you. I love you, masculine and feminine Capricorns. We will see you on the other side. Oh, definitely check out the description box below.